Wind River Arapaho. Digital storytelling is a form of expression using technology. Students at Arapaho School learned how to use iPads, Chromebooks, GPS, and software to demonstrate their learning in core classes. This planning began in March 2016. Students' first job was to learn to use the iPad as a tool to collect data. Secondly, students had to learn to sort through their data and produce an essay explaining what they learned. This process involved writing drafts until they could get a final script ready for the video. The last step was learning about creating a video to share their learning experience. The following videos are highlights of each of the field trips.
Hatdina. The Wind River Reservation in the Arapaho language. The Wind River Reservation was established in 1868 and it's Wyoming's only reservation. Wind River Reservation is the 7th largest city reservation in the U.S., encompassing more than 2.2 acres. The Wind River Reservation is home to the Eastern Shoshone and the Northern Arapaho tribe. Port Washakie is the oldest community on the reservation. Some communities include Eastern Arapaho, Kuhart, Riverton, and Port Washakie. Both tribes are governed by business councils. These are elected officials voted by enrolled tribal members. Both tribes operate their own businesses. The Wind River Casino is the largest employer of Fremont County. For entertainment, there are powwows, Indian relay races, and outdoor activities. High school athletes are the main attraction. The Wind River Reservation has several top teams who win Wyoming state championships.
Hinana, meaning Arapaho. Arapaho, Wyoming was named this because of all the people that lived here. Arapaho School was the first school established on the reservation. The Arapaho community has an Indian health service. Arapaho School is near the Arapaho powwow grounds that we have on the Wind River Reservation. In 1934, Arapaho School was one of the 934 Wind River schools in operation.
Today, Arapaho School, or Fremont County School District 38, serves over 400 students, pre-K through 12th grades. There are 96.5% of American Indian students attending Arapaho School. The majority of the school funding comes from impact aid. The school board members are Shirley Brown, Lionel Bell, Mike Redman, Lizzie Monroe, Malcolm Bowers, and the superintendent is Kenneth Coulson. The middle school principal is Alberta Monroe, and the elementary school principal is Jeff Fuller.
Hininahu, meaning long robes, and it is how you say St. Stephen's in Arapaho. St. Stephen's was established in 1884. It is located in the Wind River Reservation in Wyoming. The community of St. Stephen's has a high school, elementary school, church, post office, and a cemetery. St. Stephen's Indian School roots run deep, tracing back more than 120 years. St. Stephen's was founded by a Catholic priest from Buffalo, New York, to educate Arapaho children on the Wind River Reservation. Our school went on a field trip to St. Stephen's to help in taking a bison. The elder taught us that taking is to honor the buffalo. After the buffalo was taken, we prayed with the buffalo and we butchered it all together as a community. We worked together to prepare the animal so we can have a community feast.
Hatdina means where the water disappears underground. The Sinks of Sinks Canyon is a large cavern where the rushing river flows into cracks and crevices in the cavern floor and disappears underground. The river reappears down canyon in a large pool called the Rise. The Rise is 1/4 mile away from the canyon. In the Sinks Canyon, they found petroglyphs on the rocks and in the caves. In September 2016, our class went on a field trip to the Sinks Canyon. There, we hiked up a portion of the Wind River Mountains and we drew a picture and made models of the Sinks Canyon. The models had little hills, then the class put water on the hills. The class put their hand in the middle of each hill and it caused to resemble like a Sinks Canyon shape.
Buffalo returns. He nets at get those set.
Our school went on a field trip to watch the release of 10 genetically pure bison. This release occurred on the Wind River Reservation. After a feasibility study was complete by the NRCS, it was decided this would be the best possible location for the bison.
After over a century, 10 bison were released in Wyoming. The tribes have waited for many years for this to come. For the first time in 131 years, we have finally brought the bison home. In 1884, there were only 300 bison left in this area. Originally, hunters killed off the majority of the bison. Now they will be protected.
This release was important because of the current health issues that tribal members are experiencing. Bringing back the bison can become our food source again. The hope is the bison will become the main food source again, and the health will be restored to all members.